Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Hacker Huddle. There's so much excitement coming out. We have got the new incentive to close out the month of September, and it's amazing. It is definitely to bring in new consultants. And I know that you might be saying, well, that's so hard. Okay, it's so hard to bring in a new consultant. But here's the thing, you guys, they've done a few things to make it a little bit easier. So what I want, well, I wouldn't say easier, but I don't know if you guys are aware that when you have a customer that upgrades to a consultant, that counts as new volume for you. Okay. That always counts as new volume. So any customer that upgrades as a consultant counts as new volume. And what you can do is you can reach out to, for me, I've got a whole bunch of people who have not ordered, also who have a whole lot of consultants who haven't ordered since May. Okay. And I have hundreds of consultants. So you have to remember that. And that just goes to show you that not everybody sticks with it. So I'm going to go back to them and I'm going to have a conversation. And we are getting confirmation right now through, I'm waiting to hear, but if a new consultant re-engages, so they haven't ordered anything since May, and they re-engage and get that new high-speed health stack, we're asking if they get the special price on that. Okay. And if so, if they do, they're already a consultant, they may have to call corporate to order that high-speed health stack. I'm not sure that they're going to be eligible to get that high-speed health stack on special, but if they are, they'll probably have to call corporate to order that because it's not going to show up. But you as a consultant, you don't see those stacks available anymore. Does that make sense? So if you, so if
Hear
that,
what? Already?
so if that's the case, you'll probably have to call corporate to do that. Okay. So, let's see here. And they do count toward others incentives and things. So what I'm telling you guys is, somebody who hasn't, they've used the products. Here's a thing that you could get to the customer who came on and say, you have an opportunity to bump up and get all of that. And the savings are incredible. For $200, you get the $50 entry fee. It's almost what a mind body would cost alone. You're getting mind body, you're getting fat burn, you're getting the NRF2 and the NAD. Okay. And so that is an incredible offering. I don't even, how they can give that for $200. Here's the best part. That's going to count for 200 SV for you guys. Okay. It's really important that you know that. Normally our SV and our dollar amount aren't the same, but in that pack alone, that's going to count for 200. That's the only one that would. Okay. Now, again, mind you, this is not for new customers. It's for new consultants. But if you get a new customer on and they spend 200 SV, that's going to count toward that $200 bonus that you're going to be eligible for. All right. So that can be a combination of new customers and these upgraded consultants and new consultants to get that $200 bonus. There's no cap. So if you got, if you got 6 new people, you're going to get $400 plus all the commission you'd normally get off that, but you get $400 for the bonus. So guys, this is worth having the conversations. The conversation needs to be LifeVantage is doing something they've never done. You want to be part of this because now is the time to, I just tried to ask somebody to unmute you guys. So if that's you on an iPhone, just ignore that because I was going to mute you. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to tell people that if you're looking for a way to, I'm trying to mute whoever that is now on the iPhone. Just make sure you're muted, guys, please, because I'm getting some background noise. That would be great. Anyway, now is the time to talk to people about, do you want a tax exempt? You want a tax write-off, tons of tax write-offs for you guys to be just to have a small business. Even if they don't want to do the business, you guys, and they can say, I don't like to do this, but you can say you'll have a 20% off retail for the rest of your life. You don't even have to do anything. I don't like to do that, but it might bring them in, and then they may say, oh, well, I'm a consultant, I might as well start sharing. So we just don't know what people want. We can't assume that we know what people want or what they need in their lives. So that's how this bonus is going to work. I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I'm going to run that video that Holly Highfield did. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, no reason to do that. But I'm just going to do this real quick, and then we're going to have Karen come on. So, because I know many of you probably haven't actually watched it. If I
All right. Hey, Team Legacy, Holly Highfield here, coming to you hot off the press with the countdown to close promotions and incentives that our LifeVantage corporate team have graciously given us. And so there's going to be a lot of information. I'm going to go through it quickly.
Can you
But
guys
the
see
best part
that?
is you can go back and watch this over and over again. All right. So first
Okay,
things
hold
first.
on.
Countdown to close. September is the last month of the quarter.
Hold
So
up.
the company, of course, wants to go out with a bang. And this is also the last month in order for you to earn the Bella Mita Mexican mini trip. And so we want to go all in. All right. So first things first, as I'm showing you on the screen,
Hold up.
the first promotion is around the high speed health stack. So already the high speed health stack has been available for brand new consultants with
Okay,
a
I've got to
free
get her
start
shut
kit
off. God,
and
you
free
guys,
NAD.
technology, see anybody can do this.
However,
I've got
the
to figure out
company
how
has
to
now sweetened the
shut her up
pot
for
to
just
where
a
they've
second.
taken an additional $45 off.
Hold
So
up.
what does that mean? That means a
Okay.
brand new consultant
Can you
who
see it now?
enrolls with you
Text
starting
me if you can.
today, Monday, September 22nd through September 30th, is going to get the high-speed health stack for only $200. Only $200 or $200 with 200 sales volume. Okay. That is a 47% savings on this new consultant enrollment. Now, yes, this is only for consultants.
Thanks, Morgan.
For the duration, September 22nd through the 30th. Now,
thanks for letting me know that, Morgan. Hold on, guys. Oh, my Lanta. I'm going to try this again, you guys, okay? Okay, it's only showing me, so hang on. I am sorry that it's only showing me. I will get this, I promise.
all right. Hey, Team Legacy, Holly Highfield here, coming to you hot off the press.
Can you see it now?
With the countdown to close promotions and incentives that our LifeVantage corporate team have graciously given us. And so there's going to be a lot of information. I'm going to go through it quickly. But the best part is you can go back and watch this over and over again. All right. So first things first, countdown to close. September is the last month of the quarter.
Here's what we're going to do.
So the company, of course, wants to go out with a bang. And this is also the last month in order for you to earn the Bella Mita Mexican mini trip. And so we want to go all in. All right. So first things first, as I'm showing you on the screen, the first promotion is around the high speed health stack. So already the high speed health stack has been available for brand new consultants with a free start kit and free NAD. However, the company has now sweetened the pot to where they've taken an additional
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Gotta find you again. Okay, can you see it now?
$45 off. So what does that mean? That means a brand new consultant who enrolls with you starting today, Monday, September 22nd through September 30th is going to get the high-speed health stack for only $200. Only $200 or $200 with 200 sales volume. Okay. That is a 47% savings on this new consultant enrollment. Now, yes, this is only for consultants for the duration, September 22nd through the 30th. Now, keep in mind that once the close of September hits, come October, then that high-speed health stack is going to increase in price, and that it's going to include that NAD, right? So if they go on that subscription for October, they will be, of course, paying the NAD price that will be added back into that. But again, it is still a stack. It is still discounted overall, but what a phenomenal promotion. The high-speed health stack, $200 even, 200 sales volume. That is dollar per point for the sales volume. That is in itself is a home run. All right. So that's the first thing that we had for you. The second one is the incentive for the countdown to close. This is what this looks like. Now, how you qualify for this incentive is, first of all, you have to have an active subscription in the month of September. So if you did not have an active subscription in the month of September, you can go in there and set one up now to either run for the 25th, coming up in 3 days, or you can set one up and hit the process now button. Okay. Regardless, you need to personally have a subscription for the month of September. That makes sense, right? Now, here's the good part. You are going to earn $200 cash for every 3 consultants. But here's what's really, really cool. So hear me out. These 3 new personally enrolled consultants don't just include new consultants. It also includes consultants that you re-engage. Yes, how many of you have consultants that have come into your business that aren't even ordering anymore? They're not engaged, they're not active, maybe they're not even ordering product anymore. So here's how this works. Enroll or re-engage 3 new consultants. Have those consultants purchase 200 or more in sales volume in September. Yes, that's right now, starting today, Monday, September 22nd through the 30th. And make sure, of course, that you're setting them up on an active subscription template going into October. Now, there's no minimum spend for that subscription template going into October, so keep that in mind. Maybe they come in on a specific stack in order to get them started, and then maybe they go on a subscription for, the dual synergizer or a bag of Axio, whatever. You guys can figure that out, okay? But again, the consultants that you re-engage with, those individuals cannot have had an order since June. Okay, that's the whole point. We're re-engaging people that haven't even been ordering. All right. Usually consultants that are just ordering product, we essentially call them customers if they're not actively building the business. But we're talking about people who came in as consultants and they haven't even ordered since June 1st. Okay, so if they have not had an order since June 1st, but they are still a consultant, they're showing up in your back office, in your downline, they can be counted towards those re-engagements. Now, it can be a mix. Maybe you enroll 1 brand new consultant and the other 2 come from people that you re-engage. You get those 3 and you will earn that extra $200 bonus. The cool part about this is that there's no cap. If you get 6 new consultants by the end of the month, guess what? Whether they're new or re-engaged or both, a mix, doesn't matter. You're going to get $400 in cash. Yes, you, the enroller, are going to get that money. Okay. So that's the countdown to close incentive. All right. Now keep in mind, if you're like, well, how do I know? How do I know who has or hasn't ordered? Okay. Step 1, you're going to go into the back office and you're going to log into your reports, detailed genealogy. From there, you're going to click on, obviously, your organization located in the gray bar to the right. And then you're going to go ahead and look at your members and you want them to be consultants. And then the tree type is going to be your enroller type tree. And then the organizational depth is going to be frontline. So anybody who's frontline that you have personally enrolled, those are the people that we want to look at, right? Then you're just going to click on the columns to be able to dictate what you want to see. And obviously you want to see when was their last order date. Okay. Then you can click update the report. You can play around with that. If you're not exactly sure, please certainly reach out, sideline, upline, downline, what have you. We can certainly get you the information that you need so that you can start looking to re-engage some of those past consultants, in addition to the people that you have already been talking to as new consultants. Okay. So that was a lot. Now, there's also an Act Now incentive. So hear me out on this one, okay? If you generate 500 in new sales volume in the month of September, it can be customers and or consultants, doesn't matter. This is not a consultant only incentive. This specific one, as long as you get 500 or more in new personally enrolled volume in the month of September, you will not only earn discount codes for both customers and consultants, but you also will be first in line to be able to pre-order the P84 in the month of October. And this is a big deal. The P84 is a new product that we are taking from our partnership with the Love Biome Company. And everyone else is not going to have access to this product until November. You will have the ability to be able to pre-order it in October should you achieve 500 in new sales volume in the month of September. Now, the qualification period of this goes all the way back to the 1st of September. Yes, so everything that you've done already up until today counts towards this 500 SV, okay? So that's a lot, right? So don't forget, we've got the incentive trip, the Bea Mita. So all these additional enrollments that you're doing in this volume, you will of course be earning additional points for the incentive trip for that in an effort to earn that trip, okay? For those of you who may be executives or executive aspiring who have been focused on going to Thailand, this is a pretty sweet deal, okay? Now we talked about enrolling the 3 consultants, whether they were new or re-engaging. For every countdown to close qualification that you earn in September, the company is going to give you an additional 20 enrollment points. Now, granted, this will be capped at 60 points, but think of it this way. If you enroll 3 sets of 3, that's 9 consultants, you're going to get those enrollment points through the incentive qualifications anyway. And then the company is going to give you an additional 60 points for a grand total of 70 points. 70 points out of the 450 total that are needed. That is a really big deal. Now you get 3, you get 20 extra points. You get 6, you're going to get 40 extra points. So however you slice it, the company is doing what they can to really make the biggest impact possible in the month of September, no matter where you fall in building your business. Okay. So let's just recap. All right. Recapping, it was a lot. Countdown to close promotion. That is the high speed health pack, now 47% off, which makes it $200 even and $200 sales volume. This is for consultants only, new consultant enrollments. They'll get that NAD for free, and they also get that free $50 start kit. Okay. Countdown to close incentive. This is where you can re-engage and or personally enroll 3 consultants between September 20th through the 30th. And when you do that, you will get $200 in cash. Now keep in mind, those consultants must purchase $200 in sales volume or more in the month of September and have a subscription template set up for that to go into the month of October. Okay. This is a big deal. And then last but not least, you have the Act Now incentive, which again, with 500 in new sales volume, it can be customers or consultants, doesn't matter. You will get coupon discount codes for both customers and consultants, 3 each, but you'll also be first in line to pre-order the P84, which is a new product that we are bringing over from our Love Biome partnership. That is a gut health focused product. Everyone else is not going to have access to that product until October. So again, all the new sales volume, everything that you're earning, all of that is still, of course, is still going to apply and allow you to earn the points through enrollments for the Q3 incentive trip to Bahia Mita, Mexico, which is just going to be phenomenal. And then, of course, if you also do the incentive where you're enrolling and or re-engaging 3 folks, you will earn 20 additional bonus points for every set of 3 that you do to get you that much closer to the trip of a lifetime in Thailand. Okay, so there you have it. That's the lowdown. I'm going to drop this into our group. You're welcome. If once you watch it, please go ahead and say that you've watched it in the comments. Let's
Okay,
get
guys.
everyone seeing this.
So that's that. Very good, exciting stuff. And I hope that you can see me now. Awesome. And I did make a mistake that I was so excited about that 200. Again, those are only for consultants, but the 500 SV that you need to get the, to be able to be in line to be able to purchase that new Love Biome product, that will go toward that if you have new customers. Okay. So again, all of that new volume is going to matter. And I'm excited to try that. I've got to get my rear in gear. Morgan's already earned that, the opportunity to get that. And I'm not sure who else has. I haven't looked at that report today, but if you have, put it in the chat and let's get excited about that. So without further ado, you guys, I'm going to bring on Karen Locklear. She has been with LifeVantage for a lot longer than I have. I went out to Oklahoma last year and we had a grand old time building her team. I think that was last May, if I'm not mistaken. And really got engaged. And Karen has actually gone to Pro Summit, which is, you know, once you hit MC1 and you hit that a number of times in a row, then you qualify to go to Pro Summit, which corporate flies you out and they teach you how to run a business and everything. And that's something that you all need to do. Now, I think that Karen and her husband both are consultants and both of their accounts hit. So that's why she got to go twice. That's not going to happen for anybody else, just so you know. But for them, they had the opportunity to do that. And so we know that the next step for Karen's going to be executive. She's hit that twice. And so she knows everything that she needs to know to hit that mark. And I'm going to let Karen come on and introduce herself a little bit and answer some questions that you might have of how do you even get to Pro Summit? What does it take to get there? And where she plans on going with all the information she's had. So Karen, take it away.
Thank you, Sandy. And yes, you were here in May because you were here on my birthday. So I want to, first of all, if you are just thinking this is a business, I want to expand out what we have here with LifeVantage. It's not just a business. It's a relationship business that you really, strangers become friends and friends become family. And Sandy coming to Oklahoma was more than just a business. She got to connect with people. She got to eat at our table. And I know that there are so many people I call now my life-minded friends that I've met through LifeVantage. And when we were in a crisis and Ben had fallen off a ladder and broken 4 ribs, we didn't know at the time, but he wasn't thinking real clearly at that point. I texted my family and I texted my LifeVantage people. So we have been involved for 11 years. My husband heard about this with from Dr. Stephen Tinas. He reached out to a stranger, and Ben did something unusual and he bought the pack. And at that time, 11 years ago, it was just a bunch of blue bottles of Protandim. And they came in and I wasn't very happy about it, but Dr. T followed the proven plan and followed up and built those relationships with Ben. And he found out we were going to Kansas City, 8 hours away, to see our kids and grandkids. I don't get to do that very often. So I was excited to go, but when Ben told me he told Dr. T he was going to come to the meeting that he was invited to about this stuff that I wasn't too thrilled about. At first I thought that was not a good thing to do, but then I had a brilliant idea. I know my stuff. I love network marketing because everyone gets started at the same level. But I didn't want to do another one. I didn't want to do this. I wanted to see my kids and grandkids. But my prior job before running our office was kindergarten teacher, and I was meeting with a career radiologist and a career pharmacist, doctor of pharmacy, with my husband. So I went poised to shoot this thing down, and what I found out is I saw the ABC primetime for my first time, and I knew immediately, and I still get goosebumps 11 years later. I knew this was the answer to our prayers, financial prayers, because most people didn't know we had been praying because we had 9 years of student loan debt we had acquired, a business debt, and we wanted to fund our own Philippine mission work. And I knew that people could do this. They could take that little yellow pill, they could afford it, and they could swallow one pill a day if they cared anything about their health. And so many years later, yes, we, on the old compensation plan, we could have multiple business centers. When my business center, my personal one that we enrolled later, qualified for Growth Summit. And Growth Summit, to qualify, you need to be MC1 and hold it 3 months consecutively. And you all can do that. And so when we did that and qualified for the one in April, and my husband and I both went, you get everything paid. They pay for your room, your food. They treat you royally. All these trips that Sandy and the others Morgan have worked for, they treat you that way. They fly you out. They give you a voucher for the Uber. You are not out any extra expenses. And you can buy in a spouse. You don't. And so anyway, that's what we did in April. And then I was super thrilled to find out that they were going to allow us to qualify for the original business center. It got caught in the gap when the compensation changed. And I found out, Sandy, that there were quite a few of us that were in that same status. And so by going to the first one, I was a little distracted, and Ben takes a little bit of effort. So I went alone this time, and I went with intention to meet people that were already where I wanted to be. And I made an intention to sit and talk to, the first night I sat with Kristen Cunningham. And you get to, it's about the people, it's about the relationships. Sandy builds relationships with the home office. That's what leaders do. And then the next night I got to sit by next to Steve Fife, because I moved up and sat closer to the podium. I got there early. I always was early. So you are a leader. So take the advantage of being a leader. Our trainers were Jake Hines and Courtney Watkins. And I could overload you with lots of nuggets, and that's not the intent of this call, but maybe we can do that a little bit later. But Jake said the purpose of Growth Summit is to equip you to grow to EC1. And we already at MC1, you already have 80% of the skill set that you need. You just need to take the next 20%, and they're the same skills. You just expand them and make them bigger. 90%, and it doesn't matter if you're just getting started or you are a leader, 90% is mindset. everybody shake their head up and down, because 90% is mindset, 10% is skill set. And that's why we get together, so we can learn those skills. I thought this was a great nugget. Pain without lessons learned is pain wasted. Jake Hines. So pain without lessons learned is pain wasted. We're going to have pain. We're going to have struggles. Use those to grow. Focus. What you focus on, you will find. What you focus on grows. What you focus on seems real. What you focus on, you become. And something, as we're taking this advantage of what we know, what prior to me coming on, all of those wonderful offerings that we have to offer others and to benefit from ourselves. On these new people, when you enroll them, don't just stop at enrolling them. Follow up and help them. Because earning a check within 7 days makes a consultant 5 times more likely to advance to SC1. The people that are at MC1 that made Growth Summit, they helped people to get SC1. That's just the building blocks to make this happen. Here's another big point. Earning 250 US dollars within 30 days makes them 30 times more likely to hit SC1. So those two nuggets, I think, are critical. And that's why when they enroll, don't stop with just getting them enrolled and be happy that you got them there. Help them use their 3 coupons for customers in those first 7 days. They expire in 7 days. And that way you help them get a paycheck, and help the 3 help them use their coupons to find 3 consultants. They can use this special too. So get out there and get them going so we can multiply. But if they earn $250 within 30 days, they're 30 times more likely to hit SC2. And when people feel successful and they feel acknowledged and part of a team and part of something, they're going to keep on going just for that. And what I started the call out with, people want to be part of something. And we have that culture here at LifeVantage. Courtney Watkins, EC3. When we went to the home office tour, she got her Jeep. And we got to watch her do that. And they at the corporate office, they took headshots of us, and that was a lot of fun. Lots of pictures, lots of in the tour, and of course giving back like we always do with the Legacy Project. But Courtney was at Growth Summit in September of 24. She came into Growth Summit with 40,000 in volume. When she was presenting as our other instructor, she had 400,000 in volume. And she had a whole team of MC1s and above in a year. So she wasn't just speaking to us. She had her personal people there as well. And she said, stop playing small. People are actively looking for what we have. Why are we hiding from them? Is what I added. There is no speed limit in LifeVantage. Courtney's already shown us that. Success loves speed. And she said money loves speed. Happy people are risk takers. Don't live with regret. And I've heard Sandy say that in many ways through the years. Become a SC1 factory. And here's something that was just amazing to me is at MC1, which is what you qualify for Growth Summit. MC1 are the top 9% of the company. So I hope each and every one of you will utilize these specials, dream bigger, faster, and put the pedal to the metal and help a lot of people. And let's multiply and grow. And see you at Growth Summit. Here's I was talking to some of them, the other participants. I said, let's set a goal to be like Courtney and multiply 10x, 100x that are our own volume, but let's bring our own team to Growth Summit. And at that, Sandy, I believe I'll have the money to pay for my own trip, and I can go and peek in every once in a while and high five them and go shopping or something. And I said, we can be the alumni, because one of the things that was kind of exciting, we're the last LifeVantage only Growth Summit, because with Love Biome coming and joining us, they'll be LifeVantage consultants, but we're the last ones before that acquisition. And hearing Steve Fife talk about that union, it was very, very exciting. We're in a super great place. Pinch yourself, but go and invite people to look. And I just came back from Denver this weekend, where we were in building depth. And I want to remind everybody of the 5 principles, that 15 or more presentations a month. And Sandy does a lot more of those. and people that grow 15 or more, focus on the more. Attend all events. The next one coming up, we'll see you in Dallas. We're in driving distance for us. Do what you say you're going to do. Stay in control of your business, and promote until you get where you are going. So that's what I have for you, Sandy.
Karen, thank you so much. That was amazing. So many good little golden nuggets in there. And I'm just seeing everybody on here. I'm like, the potential is here. We just have got to do it. And so there's one thing that you said that's not true. I do not do 15. I don't do 15 presentations a month. That's why I'm not growing as much as I need to. Okay. But guess what, Karen? That segue right into how I want to finish this off. Number one, we want to see you in Dallas. You guys need to be there. Trust me, you want to be there. You want to be in the room. It's going to be, it's the first time LifeVantage has ever purchased another company. You guys, this is just, you want to be there. You're going to be part of something very special. And you can say, I was there when it happened. Trust me, I know it's huge. Okay. But then right after that, I am going to be on the 6th of November. We're having a meeting here in Colorado Springs, and Gentry from corporate is going to be here. We're going to do that meeting on the 6th. On the 7th, I get on a plane and we fly that morning to Ohio, and we do another meeting with the Amish group. And then on Saturday morning, the 8th, I fly to New York with Gentry, and we are going to do a presentation there. And then on the 13th, I fly to Nebraska, and I'm going to be doing a presentation for Kylie Wilkin. And then on the 16th, I'll be in Lyman, Colorado to do another presentation. And I'm just waiting for the Wyoming people to say, Sandy, this is when we want you here. And that week of the 16th through the 22nd, guys, that's before Thanksgiving, I'm open. I'm going to work with the workers. Milliken, Colorado is on my way to Wyoming. I would love to get a Milliken and Wyoming, and then I'd love to go southeast to Springfield and Eads. Guys, I'm ready. I've told you I'm going to do this, and I'm ready to go. It's time, and it's time to put the boots on the ground. And Karen can tell you what happens when you get together and you bring people to meet your people. And so when I'm doing it, guys, all I ask is that you get butts in the seats. And if you have to say to somebody, hey, I need a favor, Start that way before you tell them what it is, and just say, can you be here just to support me? Sandy's coming all the way here. I just need somebody sitting. You don't have to do anything. Just sit in the chair. That's what we need. Okay. Sarah Ress, yes, I will definitely, Leslie would love to come there. And then I can just make my way on to Wyoming, and I've got people in the south part of Wyoming, and then I've got people in the north part of Wyoming. So I'm not kidding you guys. You see it. I'm going Colorado Springs, getting on a plane, flying to Ohio, then to Albany. I mean, and we're doing that in 3 days, Gentry and I. It's going to be fun. We're going to be so good at this. You guys are going to be saying, would you please quit coming here? That's what's going to happen. But I'm here to support you guys. I'm passionate about this. It's time. We need to build up what we have. Here's the key, you guys, and Karen can attest to this. No one else has what we have. There's a lot of companies out there that have stuff, and there's a lot of companies out there that have microbiome things. But we're getting a really good quality one to add to our activation, and no one has activation. It's like we're the only realtor in the world and everybody's buying a house. And they're going to come to us because that's how important activation is. We have got to get back to the story of activation, you guys. I know that GLP-1, whatever, mind, body, but that is not the end all be all. Activation is what sets us apart. And that is what absolutely 100% without a doubt changes lives and increases healthy lifespan. Okay. We are the only place in the world that can claim that we increase lifespan. Okay. That our product increases lifespan. That's that Protandim NRF2, that darn little yellow pill that started everything. And we are going to, just as we've, you know, it takes one person, whoo, I'm going to cry. It takes one person to change a world. And we are witness to that. If you did not see the service yesterday, we are witness to what one person can do, but that one person has to open their mouth and spread the word. And guys, we have what everyone needs. And you saw what one person could do and created an army. And that's what we have. And you cannot ever discount the fact that what we have is not an incredible product and a credible product line that everyone needs, especially now. And so if that, I'm telling you what, felt close to the Lord before, but I've never felt so close, and so glad that I'm on the track that I am. And if that offends you, then I'm sorry. I'm never going to not say that. I'm never going to discount what you say. I'll let you say what you want to say. That's fine. But for me and for you guys, I know that God put me right where I need to be. I know that I'm here for a reason and a purpose. And I want you all to know that what Karen just described to you about being an MC1, if you can get yourself to MC1 and get flown to corporate and be part of that experience, you will never, ever, ever doubt what you're doing here. So put it down as your goal, you guys. And that's not that much. 10,000 in volume is not that much. We have a lot of people who fell through the cracks who didn't get to go to that. Almost everyone in my family. Morgan did get a go, but all of my other family did. So, didn't. So now they've got it worked out to where when you hit MC1 and you hit it 3 consecutive times in a row, you're going to Utah, and that's never going to change. Okay. I would love to be part of that. They've even asked me if I would come and speak. And now that I've got life in order a little bit, I can do those kinds of things. So thank you again, very, very much. Let's see who put that. Sonia, I think maybe.
Hey, Sandy.
Yeah.
When we were talking to Steve Fife at his table the last night, he was talking about the microbiome and the acquiring, and they have an outside scientific officer, and then we have our Lisa Barnes and Beer.
Yeah.
He said they were so excited, each telling their products, and the other one was just so excited. He says, I had no idea. It was like they spoke in a different language. I didn't know what they were talking about, but they were so excited. And so he is super excited about that addition.
Yeah.
And one thing too, they're bringing a team of consultants. So we need to keep on going because they're on fire to share. So
Yeah.
keep on
They're
going.
they'll get them if you don't, you guys. And
Yeah.
I do know this. One of the very first questions I ask is, what are the science behind the Love Biome product? And they said they don't have studies on the products particularly yet, but it's already in the works now. They're doing studies with our products and the Love Biome. So you know that you're going to have that solidification of these products. So guys, it's time to get loud. I haven't been very loud about the Love Biome product because I have to know myself. I have to experience it. You know that, and I hope that you understand that about me. I'm not going to make a big deal about it if it's not a big deal. Okay? But I think that it might be kind of a big deal and a pretty impactful product if it tripled their company in 3 months. So I think that it's one of those products that's people are going to feel it. They're going to know the difference and everything. But I have to see it for myself, and I will dang well be earning that so I can have it in October so that come November, I'll be able to shout from the rooftops, this is something you need. Okay. So with that, I want to thank you guys very much for taking time out of your evening. It was a little bit longer than planned, not a whole lot longer, but you guys, we have to sometimes sacrifice and we have to be invested in the time to make this work. And you know what? 2025 has been okay. 2026 is our year. Okay. Elevate Life Collective. Are you kidding me? That isn't just a happenstance of a title for our team. Elevate Life Collective. Hi, Oakley. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a great evening. I hope you're fired up. I hope you have your room and everything ready for Dallas, and you just message me and I'm going to be there and I'm going to be totally into it. We need to gather. We need to collaborate. I don't fly out until like 9 o'clock on Saturday night. So I'll be there to talk with people Saturday after the event. And then I'm going to hit the road and I'm going to hit it running. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited for you guys. And I truly appreciate the trust that you have in us. And I don't know, there's a fire lit in me. I'm not going to hold back. Life is too short. And if we haven't seen proof of that, and you just never know, this is it. And you have got to use your voice, because your voice is going to resonate long after you're gone if you do it the right way. So I love you guys. Have a great evening and take care. Good night.